Hello, this is Kevin with Earthway Experience, and today I'm going to start on a batch of Mead honey beer. At the Permaculture Center we're going to be having bees this summer, and another video that I'll do here in another couple of weeks when I get all the materials together is some top bar beehives, some natural beekeeping hives. And we're only going to be taking about 15 or 20% of our honey from the bees. So we'll have 2 big hives this year and maybe another 2 again next year. But there's a lot of fun stuff that we can do with the honey. We can cut it up into just comb, quite a natural way of eating it. Just put it in some container, glass jars would be nicer, wouldn't it? And then you just can use the honey that way. But I don't have any of my own honey this year, so I have bought some, and right now I'm in the process of melting the honey, getting it more liquid. These have been put in some hot water, boiling water, and I have 4 more containers here that are melting. But today I'm going to make a little bit of it's on the recipe that I have. It's called a sweet mead. There's also a medium and a light, or I'm sorry, a dry mead. And the more sweet it is, the longer time it has to age. So this maybe isn't even going to be ready until this time next year, next February. But the overview of the process is we're going to mix our water and honey and our yeast and a little bit of a starter for the yeast. And the yeast and the honey, it needs a little bit of help. The honey isn't efficient, you could say, to be converted over to alcohol. So I have some raisins here. I'm going to put about 50 raisins here with my 2 gallons of water, 7 pounds or so, 3.5 kilos of honey that I'm going to be adding to this mixture. But now it's going to sit in this bottle with a airlock on top. It's going to let the carbon dioxide bubble out, and it's going to allow no air to get in, but the carbon dioxide to get out. And it's going to sit there for about 2 months, since we have a high honey content. After that, after 2 months, it's going to be bottled, and then it's going to sit for quite a while, for, like I said, up until next year. I had some woofers from France come and visit me this last summer, and one of the guys, his dad has a brewery, and he brought me a bottle of honey wine, and I actually haven't tried it yet, saving it for a special occasion. It's he said it was 10 or 15 years old, so it can age quite a while. So while we wait for the rest of the honey to melt, it's a good idea to make sure everything is all of your equipment, my funnel, my airlock, my bottle. I'm going to use this container to pour the water into the thing, into our fermenter. I'm using just a little bit of bleach, some chlorine. There's other things that you can buy, but check your beer wine supply. But as long as we make sure we rinse it really good, we're not going to have any bleach left, and we want to make sure there's no bleach left. One, we don't really want it in our drink, but it will kill the yeast, so it won't even work. So then we're just going to throw it all away if we don't rinse well. Okay, I have my bottle cleaned and sterilized. This bottle was bought from a flea market, Lopis, and I wasn't sure what was inside, so I did add a little bit of just some liquid soap here, dish soap, with the bleach, and as I was shaking it out, of course the soap bubbled a bit, and but that's what I wanted. If there was anything in there, I wanted it to take, you know, any dirt or anything that might have been dropped in there and dried over the years. But it took quite a bit of rinsing to get out the soap. So depending on where you're going to get your bottle, if you're going to get it from a new bottle or something that you know is fairly clean, maybe it's only dusty, I would recommend just yeast. Okay, so my honey is melted here, and I'm going to put the honey in the bottle, and then we're going to put some water in kind of a warm water, 40 degrees Celsius, about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and that'll help the yeast. It's warm but not too warm. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. Okay, that was the last of our water. So there is a science involved here. Yeast converting to alcohol, carbon dioxide, converting all this good stuff to wine, but beer. But it's an art. It's how do we want it to turn out? Do we want it a little bit sweeter? Do we want it a little bit drier? So if you read up on it, you know, you'll see that about is a common usage in things like this. So now I am going to add the raisins, and we'll put the yeast, and I have a room downstairs that is about 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, which is 60 to 70 degrees warm, and it's going to be a perfect place for this to sit so that we get our fermentation process. It's all mixed up in there, and now we're gonna add our yeast. Add a little bit of yeast starter, just a little bit in there now. Okay, gonna find a little bit of vodka, put in here. Set this on top, down in our room. All right. See you in a bit. Okay, I was a little bit busy today. We're also making apple wine. It's going to be a little bit strong. It's going to be more of a dessert wine, and it's made with some apple juice and some sugar. But it's only been a couple of hours since we put the bottle down here. And you can see the airlock. It's pushing the pressure. The yeast is working. It's pushing the carbon dioxide and whatever oxygen's in there. And you can see now it's going to sit there and bubble like this for several days. And the little lid on the top really is, you see it lets the air out, but it's there to keep any impurities from getting into our bottle. So this one we just made. But now our mead and our apple wine, we're gonna sit here. The apple wine, we're just gonna let it sit there and bubble until it pretty much stops. We're gonna just leave it in one container the whole time, and I'm guessing it's gonna be about 3 weeks or so before we're ready to bottle it. So, not bad. Pretty interesting. Science, art, and fun. Thanks for watching.